Did you know that paying your property taxes right from the comfort of your couch could not only save you hours of standing in line, but way more importantly, it can protect you from absolutely crippling financial penalties? Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to completely demystify the online property tax payment process for Shelby County. Look, whether you're a brand new homeowner or a seasoned real estate investor, paying property taxes is a vital civic duty. It funds our schools, emergency services, and local infrastructure. But let's be honest, the online payment process, it can sometimes feel like navigating a maze blindfolded. Well, not anymore. We are going to give you a crystal clear, step-by-step roadmap to get through that maze without a hitch. 18%. Let that sink in for just a second. Property taxes run on a really strict timeline, and slipping past your due dates can tether you to some genuinely massive financial consequences. In some jurisdictions, paying late can literally hit you with up to an 18% annual interest penalty. That is credit card level interest slapped directly onto your tax bill. No way, right? This is exactly why understanding the timelines and taking advantage of the convenience of online payments is absolutely crucial. All right, so here's our game plan for today. We'll start with the Shelby County trap, then cover preparing to pay online, navigating your specific payment portal, deadlines and late penalties, some troubleshooting and pro tips, and finally, a quick verification check and disclaimer. Section 1. The Shelby County trap. Okay, so there is a massive geographical trap you need to know about right from the start. Believe it or not, there are two entirely different Shelby counties. One is in Tennessee, centered around the Memphis area, and its property taxes are managed by the county trustee using a portal called Pay It 901. The other one is down in Alabama, centered around Columbiana. That one is managed by the property tax commissioner and uses the Citizen Access portal. They operate under totally separate constitutional mandates and completely contrasting rules. For the rest of this explainer, we'll be super careful to distinguish between the two, just to make sure you don't accidentally try to pay the wrong government. Section 2. Preparing to pay online. Before you even open a web browser, preparation is key. Whether you're in Alabama or Tennessee, you're going to want to gather some specific info first. You'll need your unique parcel identification number or your receipt and bill number. Now, if you don't have those handy, don't worry. Your physical street or mailing address will usually work to look up your record in the database. Next up, grab your payment method. If you want to pay via electronic check or ACH draft, you need your bank routing and account numbers. If you're more of a plastic person, just have your credit or debit card info ready to go. Section 3. Navigating your payment portal. So if you own property in Shelby County, Alabama, here is your specific roadmap. And heads up, you cannot just check out as a guest. Step 1, you absolutely must create and log in to a Citizen Access portal account. Step 2, query their database using your bill number or parcel ID to pull up your specific record. Step 3, take a moment to carefully verify your assessment. Just make sure all the property details and valuation data look right. And step 4, initiate your checkout via bank draft or credit card. It's a highly secure, multi-step process that's really designed to protect your data. Now let's look at Tennessee. It's super interesting to see how they handle this exact same civic duty. For Tennessee residents, the Shelby County trustee uses the Pay It 901 system, which you can actually access through a really handy mobile app too. The process here is extremely streamlined. Step 1, navigate to the portal. And yes, guest checkouts are totally allowed here, which is a huge time saver. Step 2, just search by your parcel ID or address. Step 3, review your outstanding balance. And step 4, finalize your payment using an e-check or card. Now we need to talk about fees because choosing your payment method wisely is absolutely crucial. If you use a direct bank transfer, Tennessee charges a flat $1.50, while Alabama actually offers completely free ACH bank drafts. But watch out for the credit card trap. Both counties use third-party processors for credit cards, which means you are going to get hit with a non-refundable percentage surcharge. Tennessee charges a flat 2.6%, and Alabama charges anywhere between 2.5 and 3.5%. On a really large tax bill, that percentage fee can really sting. So honestly, a direct bank draft is almost always your smartest, most cost-effective option. Section 4. Deadlines and late penalties. Mark your calendars. Property taxes in both Alabama and Tennessee become due and payable on October 1st. However, their grace periods are wildly different. In Alabama, you're looking at a 2-month cliff. If those taxes aren't paid by December 31st, boom, they slip into delinquency. Tennessee taxpayers, though, enjoy a much longer grace period that extends all the way through the final day of February. Their actual delinquency date doesn't hit until March 1st. And here's exactly what happens if you miss those specific dates. In Alabama, Missing that December 31st deadline triggers a flat $5 penalty right out of the gate. But wait, if you let it slide past the third Monday in January, they slap a massive 10% penalty right onto your bill. In Tennessee, on March 1st, they enforce a compounding interest model. You get hit with 1.5% interest each and every month. That calculates out to that massive 18% annual penalty we talked about at the very beginning of this explainer.
Section 5. Troubleshooting and Pro Ticks.
Picture this. You sit down to finally pay the bill, you type in your usual password, and suddenly, access denied. Getting locked out of the mandatory portal account is a huge headache, and it's a super common trap, especially for our viewers in Alabama. If you do need to trigger a password reset in Alabama's Citizen Access portal, you've got to keep this highly specific format in mind. Their security protocols are no joke. Your password has to be at least 8 characters long, and it literally must contain at least one number, one lowercase letter, one uppercase letter, and one specialized character. Knowing this format right now will save you some serious frustration if you ever need to recover your account. Let's run through a few quick pro tips to make this whole process even smoother. First, if you're an Alabama homeowner, definitely ensure you filed your homestead exemption by December 31st. This legally caps and reduces your property valuation. For our Tennessee viewers, if you're 65 or older and occupy the home as your primary residence, look into the quarterly payment program. It lets you break your bill into 4 interest-free installments. And finally, a big technical tip for folks in both counties: never ever try to use a credit card convenience check routing number in the eCheck portal. The electronic clearinghouse will reject it, and you'll likely get hit with a nasty returned payment fee. Section 6. Final verification and disclaimer. Before you go typing in any sensitive banking data, remember that cybersecurity is absolutely paramount. Always glance up at your browser's address bar. Verify that you see that little padlock icon, which proves there's an active SSL certificate. Make absolutely sure the domain name matches the official portals exactly. That's payments.shelbycountytrustee.com for Tennessee and ptc.shelbyal.com for Alabama. And rule of thumb, never click on third-party links from unsolicited emails to pay your taxes. And that brings us to a quick but important disclaimer. While the step-by-step framework we just covered is highly accurate today, government online interfaces and administrative rules do update over time. So always defer to your official county website for the absolute latest guidelines, fee structures, and technical updates. So the only question left is, are you ready to bypass those long lines, beat the delinquency deadlines, and successfully pay your property taxes from the comfort of your couch? By gathering your documents early and respecting these strict deadlines, you can make this annual chore completely stress-free. But it really does make you wonder, as these digital portals become more and more integrated into our lives, will the days of staggering, compounding late penalties eventually fade away? Or will the cost of convenience always come with a hidden catch? Until we know for sure, stay informed, double-check your portals, and verify those deadlines.